For this week's discussion and the topic of communication apprehension, I feel I would place myself from the range of 1 to 10 at about a 4. Typically, I vary between 4 to 7, but I think 4 is a pretty good spot that I'm in most of the time. And this is because I think I have a pretty good understanding and comfortability with cognitive restructuring. I'm quite used to performing or being in front of crowds, like audiences. And so, using those fears that I've felt before, like nervousness, I don't know, anxiety, everything that comes with being anxious and nervous, I've kind of learned over time to use those to my benefit to help me move forward and perform and do my best. And so, when it comes to public speaking, while it's a different topic, it's the same setting. So I'm quite used to the physical aspect of this. And when we did the reading, a lot of this uh, is about physical aspects, like deep breathing and stretching and things to reduce your anxiety physically, getting used to your setting. But I think these didn't apply as strongly to me because I've been quite familiar with them already. However, I did like the one of practicing and rehearsing your speech over and over again. I think that's great practice. And since I'm usually performing, not giving speeches, I think that's one I will totally carry out as I go to speak in public more often. I assume that's going to happen. I'm in college, so I really don't know. But the other issue I have is since I have a grasp on the physical side of speeches, I think it's the clarity of my message that kind of lacks. And yeah, I'd have much less of a grasp on that than I do with my physical setting and environment. And so, my next step going forward is to kind of balance the two out and learn them better because I have the comfortability with uh, speech settings on their own. I'm not quite used to giving speeches in those settings. So, it's it's going to be something to balance and something I'm looking forward to growing and learning. Um, and I did also find in the readings that the other helpful ones, the other techniques used to relieve stress and communication apprehension, I found were the deep breathing and stretching. I think I mentioned those. Sorry if I'm being redundant, but I find myself using those in my day to day life. Just kind of reading over this helped me refresh when I have a test coming up, when I have, I don't know, big things to plan for. I find myself stretching and deep breathing more often to reduce the anxiety and release the endorphins. Um, I think that's about all I've got. I feel quite comfortable giving speeches, but I just don't have a lot of practice doing them. That kind of fear of what others think about me and just doesn't really apply to me as much. So I'm thankful for that, but I still have a lot to improve upon. So yeah, that's all I got.